Rats, I should have gotten my phone before I sat down. What is up, party people? How's everyone doing? What's interesting is that so I'm signed into the Linux distro on my laptop, and I could not get StreamYard working with Firefox. It like wouldn't detect my camera for some reason. It would detect the built-in camera that barely works, but it wouldn't pick up this one here. Yeah, long week. How's everyone doing? Nice plants. Thank you. These are my babies. They've gotten me through seasonal depression. uh, but yeah. How is everyone? What's your week been up to? What have y'all been doing? Any eventful things? Any I don't know, take certification, studying, got a job, got a promotion, got a dog, I don't know. Um yeah. No. Trying to figure out what time is like best to stream as well. I used to think it was around like 4, 5, 6 p.m. Eastern. But honestly, I don't really know anymore. I try not to care. Cuz in a way it's like kind of therapeutic to stream, but it's also like it has to serve some sort of purpose. But then the therapeutic aspect of it goes away. Yeah. April's studying AI and machine learning stuff. That's good. I feel like, and then you just finished like, or you're about to finish a program. I think that's good news. It's like an accomplishment. I know you've been studying like crazy every day to what is it? The Udacity nano degree? Yeah, Udacity nano degree. There's one in cloud computing, and I was curious. I looked at it. I can't remember the price though. Let me look at it. Udacity. What is interesting is like you do projects and someone grades them. Udacity nano degree. Let me add my screen. Share screen. Share screen, share the screen. And then add, there we go. Yeah, so there's one in cloud computing that they introduced that and I only checked this out because April was looking at the artificial intelligence or the machine I can't remember exactly which one, machine learning maybe. Um yeah, so there's this one here. This cloud computing one. It seems interesting. I don't know. What's like the price for it? So let's look at the like which one would I probably be most interested in? Wow, 75% off. I feel like if they're giving that big of a a discount. It's kind of meh. 4 months to do 5 to 10 hours a week. Intermediate program experience, familiarity with SQL databases and Git. What you'll learn: cloud developer using Microsoft Azure. Um, Azure's one of the most blah 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 blah. Thereby preparing. So it prepares you for the 204. 4 months to complete. Applications, microservices, migration, and performance. But like, what's the price? Oh, in collaboration with Microsoft. Let's look at this. Hold on. Oh, why can't I? Oh, come on. You can't let me see the outline without having to. I want to know just the price. Programs. How much is it? Oh my gosh. 4 months is $1,356. What do you get? Let me look up here. Real world projects, project reviews, project feedback from experienced reviewers, technical mentor support, student community, resume support, GitHub review, LinkedIn profile optimization. So you get all that for, and it's supposedly you get it done in 4 months for 1,000. Oh my gosh, that is insane. I really don't think that's worth it. Maybe because you get people to review your work and you get feedback, but even to that extent, like that's a lot of money. I like Udacity. It's very straightforward, lots of resources. Yeah, I mean, um it could also be just this specific program that looks kind of sketchy to me. Hello, Anthony. That's because everyone is doing it now. Are these nano degrees popular? I remember looking at them like way, 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 way before I got into cloud. Like maybe, okay, not way, way, but maybe like a year before I got into cloud computing. I was set on becoming a software developer. I was like, I have to learn how to code. I have to become the absolute best. And I wanted to do like iOS dev. And they had an iOS dev program. But this was like when the nano degree thing was like brand new. So they were putting obviously a lot of marketing behind it. So I did it, and then I quickly realized, I think within a week, like this is not my thing. So I dropped out, got a refund, whatever. Um yeah, but that was maybe like 5 years ago. So it's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to see that they're still around. So they must be doing something right. I'm using the A Cloud Guru right now. It's like $40 a month. Disclaimer: I work for A Cloud Guru, so of course I'm going to say it's awesome. I really do think it's awesome. If you compare like $40 a month, and then we give you get access to our entire catalog. We now have a Discord, so there's a community where you can ask questions and such, but we also have forums. You can ask questions there. Um, we have our hands-on labs and such too. So I don't know. Click buy now to see the price. Yeah, I already saw it. It's 1,300. Blah, 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 I don't know. That's crazy. Real world projects from industry technical. Okay, I think the only thing that might be worth it is this real world projects. Honestly, I think that's the only thing. They always keep that hidden too expensive. Yeah. Look, like $1,300. Is that like a semester at a community college? Is that like a class at a community college? I feel like that's like a class at community college. I don't know if nano degrees have like any weight, like having it on your LinkedIn or your resume, if it has any. But you know what? To be fair, I was looking at this specific one. So let's look at this hybrid cloud engineer. Oh, hold on. So is it 75% off? Let me scroll down. Wait, so this is with 75% discount on already? No. Let's look at this one. Um what's like the curriculum? Private cloud infrastructure, HCI, on-premise private cloud automation, Nutanix, Prism. Okay. What are you using? Unix Prism, web console. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hybrid cloud developer. I looked at this one. Let's look at the cloud developer has Kubernetes and serverless architecture. Found cloud foundations, full stack apps on AWS. How long is this one for? 4 months, about 10 hours a week. Okay. 10 hours a week. So each weekday, like 2 hours. All right. Let's look. Foundations, full stack apps on AWS, monolith to microservices at scale, develop and deploy a serverless app, and you have a capstone project. You get, okay, the same stuff that the other one. Technical mentor support. Jeez, this is with 75% off. That's wild. Caltech has a program. Let's look for it. What's it called? I think I think someone mentioned this at some point. Which is it? This one? Postgraduate program in cloud computing. I keep getting ads on YouTube for this. So it's for a year. It's for a year, 5 to 10 hours a week, and it's online learning format, but there's a limited number of seats. I don't understand that. So you get 104, 303, 304, SAA, SysOps. Okay, you get a good amount of certs. I wonder if you have to pay for them or if it's included in whatever the tuition is that they haven't showed me yet. Total admissions fee $5,000. $5,000 for a 1 year program, and you're getting 104, 204, 303 SAA and SysOps, plus a capstone project, and whatever else this includes. Applied learning, 30 hands on projects and integrated labs. This is a way better deal than the nano degree one. Man. Let's go connect VPN between VPCs and different accounts via CLI. Yup. That's how you do it. A fool and their money are soon parted. One college course is likely around $1,200. When I did my undergrad, it was $10K a year with 8 courses in the year. 10K a year, so it's like $5K a semester. My undergrad was also not technical, so maybe more. You're paying for the Caltech name on the cert. Yeah, so I think $5,000 for that might be worth it. Just honestly, because Caltech is on there, and then you're getting 4 certifications or 5. So it's 104, 204, 303, SAA, and then SysUp. So 5 plus you get Caltech, and it's a year, and you get whatever else for $5,000. It doesn't sound too bad. I mean, if I were deciding between that and the nano degree thingy, I'd obviously not. I mean, it's kind of like a easy, kind of like easy selection. Man. Hold on, I'm trying to get some friend to join me on stream. Does anyone want to join me on stream? I'll send you a link. Literally, you just plug in. We can chat about anything. Let me pull up my Discord so I can ask if people want to. Who can I ask, Rishab? Anyone want to come on stream? I feel like a radio host. You know how like like classic radio hosts would like call you, like you'll just accept callers and then you'll just have conversations about, I don't know. It'll always be like some weird stuff like, oh, my boyfriend got shot at the gas station and I'm upset about it. Plus actual projects. Yeah, the value of the projects is probably 5K ish. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, Caltech definitely. Dunder Mifflin hat. Yeah. It's funny because I wore this in a picture with my uh with my ACG shirt. The new we just did like a shirt on like ACG Hearts Azure. So it's like the picture somewhere. I don't even have my phone on me to show y'all. And it's the same exact color as of his hat, so it kind of looks like a uniform. But it's funny because it's not, and because this is Dunder Mifflin, which if y'all don't know, it's from the best show out there. I'll come on stream. What do you want to talk about? I mean, like don't say anything crazy, and and we'll just let it be. Talk about like, I don't know. Ideally, you work in tech. We can talk about like your career, whatever, your trajectory into tech. Anna, do you want to come on stream? I kind of just want to talk to like people. I can share a link in my Discord. I feel like calling people out. Hey, dude, how's the Mira project? It's good. I still haven't done much, but I love that thing. It's so useful since I like my calendar, my to dos, and the weather and the time there. Especially at night, it's so easy to just like quickly just glance over. I don't have to like pull my phone out constantly. I know it's like very first world, but it's nice. I haven't gotten around to making more modules. I ideally want to display more like of like I have a VM that I use for my blog, my ghost blog. But and you know, there's like simple metrics and stuff like that. But I haven't had time to like get that info to display on there. I'm in my PJs. I'd love to next time. Ah, it could be a PJs stream. To be fair, I'm wearing like sweatpants, but I always wear sweatpants and a hat. So all right, I guess I'll keep talking to myself and talking to y'all. Let me see. Let's check the chat. I think I got everything. Oh, I got my PS5. It's right over here. Hold on. I want to see if it focuses. Can you see it? Oh, yes, there it is. It's so massive. I had to lay it down, put it on its side. Back here. There we go. I've been playing FIFA 2021 and I realize how trash I am at it. um, how about your recent Linux certification? You post something, I missed it. Yeah, I passed Linux Essentials, which for being an essential certification and like entry level, there's a lot in there. There's, you learn a bunch of basic commands. Not, I wouldn't say basic, but like essential commands. You learn like file permissions and all that kind of stuff, uh, links and such. Um, yeah, a little bit of history of Linux and stuff like that. So it was pretty hard. I think I studied harder for that one than I did for my AWS certified developer that I took like 3 years ago. Yeah, but it's great, absolutely fantastic. All right, see you, Boris. Thank you for joining as always. The GPS show, the GPS show, late night with GPS. No. Do you recommend to build a personal brand as a developer or tech role? So I don't like to call it like a personal brand, but I do encourage people to do stuff like what I do. Like I create videos on stuff that I'm learning or I'm interested or I just share whatever. And there's a couple of benefits to that. One, I think becoming comfortable in front of a camera and being able to like explain your thoughts or the way that you think in a clear and cohesive and concise way is very, very useful. And obviously, like all the benefits that social media has in terms of like, you never know which video can land in the hands of, what person. So that can also open up opportunities. But I would say don't approach it as like I'm building a personal brand. Approach it as like I'm just sharing knowledge, right? Um, I think that'll get you further than if you think of it like, oh, I'm building a brand. Anyone have any good ideas on DevOps projects to do? Yeah, if you I instantly want to say Terraform, like do like literally anything with Terraform. And just like a very simple infrastructure, be able to deploy it with Terraform and document it somewhere. Be able to talk about it, right? Other DevOps projects. Or do something with GitHub Actions. That's a good DevOps project as well. Like integrate tests and all that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, I mean, you could also do Docker and Kubernetes, but I feel like it's a little easier to just get hands on with something like Terraform because it could be something super small. Even GitHub too. It could be like your personal website. You just throw it into a pipeline and that's a project. What's your opinion on becoming a blockchain dev? I don't have much experience with any of that kind of stuff and not even like insider knowledge. Um, but when it comes to anything like machine learning, blockchain or stuff like that, that field is just like about to explode. And yeah, especially with everything that's going on lately with like Bitcoin and to some extent like Dogecoin and all that kind of stuff. Oh, and even that like the NFT stuff that's like crazy. Yeah, I think it's only just like getting started. Yeah. What is your ghost blog link? I can't say, but if you're clever enough, you'll find it. Yeah, it's not supposed to be public. Heck yeah, thanks. What was it? Oh, projects. Have you done the cloud resume challenge? If you haven't, I think that is a fantastic little application to build, and then you can just use that to like, figure out how to use it in containers, figure out how to deploy it with Terraform, figure out how to deploy it with if you're using Azure, like ARM templates. Like I find like the hardest thing that people need to figure out is like having something to work with, like having a small application. Because once you have that small application, you can apply that to a bunch of different scenarios. Like You can break it into like a full serverless infrastructure. You can break it into, I don't know. It's just having that thing of like, okay, what do I do with it? Once you have that built, you apply it to a bunch of things. Let me find the link. Mm-hmm. I plug this thing whenever resume challenge dot dev because I think it's a fantastic. How do I share? Here we go. No. Here. All right, cool. So it's cloud resume challenge dot dev. And then if you go to the instructions, it'll tell you everything I have to do. So like you have HTML, CSS, static S3 website, HTTPS, DNS, JavaScript, database, API, Python, test infrastructure as code, source control. So like you have some front end stuff here, very simple. Then you have some storage stuff. Then you have some networking stuff. Then you have some programming stuff, data, programming, testing, programming, infrastructure as code, source control. So all this is DevOps related. And then you have a blog post. So if you're looking to get started with the blog or creating content, maybe you can create videos around this kind of stuff. This is a fantastic like first project to do. And then there, if you go to the Hall of Fame, you'll see like people who have done it, and you can like read their blog posts if you get stuck or stuff like that. I think they also have a Discord. If you have questions. So this is a fantastic project. Let me get the link. How do I share in like a banner? I think I could do this. Watch this. Watch this. Boom. Oh, I can make it scroll too. Hold on. No. Jeez. Show. Look at that. Huh. Cloud resume challenge.dev. Yeah, everyone. I'm halfway done the Phoenix Project book. It's awesome. Yes, that is such a good book. I got to read it again. Yeah. Do you feel like you there are certain things in the book that you're like, oh man, that happened to me, or oh, like I can relate to it. I had many moments like that. Um, what's the website name? I think this here, Cloud Resume Challenge.dev. Let me make it stop scrolling because I feel like it's obnoxious. Here we are. Yeah, this fantastic first project. I can also show you a couple of other solid projects to do. Yes, I'm gonna plug a Cloud Guru, but this stuff is free, so I don't really feel like I'm plugging. A Cloud Guru. What's it called? ACG projects. So, if you go to YouTube and you search a Cloud Guru ACG projects, and we have a bunch of these are like full on projects that you can follow step by step. For example, Scott did one about multi cloud stuff. Faye did one, chaos engineering. There's got to be more in here too. But anyway, just do that search and then you'll find. I wonder if they have a playlist. If not, I should probably tell them to do that. You probably can find it on the website too. Oh, here we go. Here are a few. Oh, there's 3. Embrace multi-cloud. All right. Anyway, oh, there's one with machine learning too. But anyway, these are like fully documented projects that you can follow as well if you're interested in that stuff. I may or may not be doing one soon. So stay posted. That's cool. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, do it. And then I think if you do get stuck, you could join the Discord, and there's plenty of people who can answer questions, as long as it's not like, when you ask questions, don't be like stuff that you can Google. Because I find that if it's something like, hey, what's Python? you're not going to get as many answers if versus like if you're very specific with what you're having trouble, then people are like a lot more receptive to helping out. I mean, that's just like a general thing. I've been stuck in tutorial hell for long, and I think I need to jump in and get my feet wet. Probably, absolutely. I saw a post on LinkedIn today where it's like it's not necessarily tutorial hell. I think it's more like certification hell, where it's like, yeah, it's like a line. It's like you have 0 certifications, and then you have like all the certifications, and then there's someone zero certifications. Wait, and then in the middle there's like 2 certifications, something like that. And then like the sweet spot is having just like a couple certs, maybe like 2, 3, and then having hands-on projects. That's like the best. Because then once you move into like having literally all the certifications and you're just focused on that and you don't have any hands-on projects, it's like, well, there's a balance that needs to be met there. Have you done any project in cloud apart from your current organization? Yeah, so my blog is technically a cloud project. I also have a Nextcloud. I don't know if you're not familiar with Nextcloud, but I have it integrated with Azure as well. So that's kind of like cloud related. I have some Azure functions that do some stuff for me as well. What else do I have? That's kind of like side projects, I guess. Trying to think if I have anything else active. I've done some stuff from some hackathons, but that's not like active anymore. I think that's it. I should know this better. But yeah. Bash script versus Python scripts. What do you mean? Like, which one do I prefer? Or like, or yeah, like what's the question there? All right, I want to make sure I didn't lose any. Oh, the website's still there. Hide. There. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. The sweet spot is like having a few certs so you can get the theory, and then having, lots of projects that implement the theory. That's the sweet spot versus having like little projects and a lot of certifications, or having no certifications and no hands-on projects. Yeah. But anyway, it's been a long week, so I'm blanking out a lot. Oh, I was gonna check if someone wanted to join me on stream. Let me check my Discord. I gotta remove the screen from the thingy. First impressions of the PS5. The controller is sick. Let me grab it. Hold on. I want to knock everything down as I move around. The controller is sick. This thing. So my issue with the previous PS5, I mean not the previous PS5, the previous PlayStation controllers to the PS4 was always the controller, because it felt like, I love the Xbox controller because of how like the size. So the size of this thing is perfect. And what's interesting is it's not too heavy. Like, it looks like it's a lot heavier, but it's not. And then like the way like the triggers will respond depending on like the gameplay, like it'll be like harder to press or stuff like that. I thought that was going to be just like a gimmick, but it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, and like it has a microphone built in that's trash, but it's better than not having anything. I used it to play FIFA the other day. It's pretty sick. I really like it. I like the look. It's clean. It's kind of like a love it or hate it kind of thing. The actual the actual console is kind of like it's kind of big. It's pretty big. I thought I was going to be able to just stand it up, but it kind of gets in the way of the TV, so I just lay it down. So it's great that they include like a stand. Um, yeah, I mean there aren't any exclusive games either. I was checking, so I ended up just downloading games that I've had already and just like keep playing those, which are fine. Um, yeah, but yeah, it's just cool to have, I guess. Um, it's been a long yeah. Work was chaotic, and then family stuff is kind of chaotic too. Yeah. You said in one video that I should concentrate on my dad. How's it going? Yeah. I said in my goals video that I want to focus on like being more mindful with like food and just like my relationship with food. It's been going great so far. Since I made that video, I've lost like 13 pounds or 14 pounds. I feel like my skin is so much better, my energy, I'm sleeping so much better, I'm breathing a lot better, like everything is like better. Um, yeah, and then I guess I'm being more mindful when I eat. I'm not like I don't have any restrictions on what I can eat. I just try to eat a decent amount, which I think is every time I try to do this, I would just instantly want to like go on like the most drastic diet or cut out literally everything or just eat meat or just don't eat carbs or stuff like that, and that just like never worked for me. So now my approach is really just like, all right, make sure you're moving every day for like at least half an hour. And that doesn't even have to be like, oh, you have to run for half an hour or you have to like lift weights for half an hour or like you have to do like high intensity interval training or like hit for half an hour or anything like that. It could just be like, all right, go walk your dog for 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes right there. Do some kind of cardio for 10 minutes or whatever. And then, it adds up. As long as it adds up to half an hour and then I'm eating mindfully, I think that's something that I can like take into like build into a habit, in which I have been doing. So yeah, it's been great. Yeah, like I said, energy's back up, confidence is back up, and overall, I just feel better. Yeah, I highly encourage it to anybody who's, I guess, on the same path. But you know what's interesting about like diet? It's just like it always feels like you're one step away from ruining everything. I don't know if that's ever been anyone else's experience, but it always feels like you're one slice of pizza away from breaking everything, from like going back to your old habits or something like that. So it's a lot to I guess it's just discipline at the end of the day, I guess. Um but yeah, it's been great. It's been great so far. Oh, I'm checking the chat. Damn, no one wants to come on stream. Let me see if Alf wants to come on stream. Talk about nothing. Trying to make sure I don't like lose track of the like both Twitch and YouTube comments. Oh, you want to see my let me show you. Let me show you something. Hold on, let me move this down here. This is probably cool. All right, so I told y'all that I've been using Linux now, right? Nope. Remove this one. Need to share my screen. This one. All right, so I've been trying to perfect my my GNOME setup, right? So this is Pop OS, right? So check it out. So I think it looks super clean. Like this is the side, right? We have like some pinned apps, so like your favorites, some shortcuts. For some reason, I can't figure out why the weather it won't pull the location, but I think that's like a Pop OS thing. It's not specific to uh, gnome. So, and then you have, some more pinned apps here. I think it looks clean. And then the dock, it kind of looks like Mac OS, a little bit. All right. And then obviously more apps in there. And then we have the launcher. Oh, no, where is it here? And I think this looks super clean too. So there's like some widgets, some notifications, and I can play videos and music from here. And yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Again, it took like a while to find like the extensions and everything to get them to work together, but because this isn't how it looks like normally, like it doesn't ship. Like if you install Pop OS, it doesn't look like this. This is like a lot of tweaking. But yeah, that was cool doing that stuff. It was a good way to get hands on and like apply the stuff that I learned with for the Linux Essentials certification. It's a lot of like, downloading packages and you're getting tar balls and unzipping stuff and such. So um yeah, that I installing Linux was definitely one of the best decisions that I've made to actually learn the stuff that you learn in the Essentials certification. Um yeah, man, the chat's super quiet. I could talk about like anything really, but I kind of want to involve other people in the conversation. Um, Tomorrow I'm doing an office hours. Um, Rishab, hey, do you want to come on stream? We can talk about anything literally. I can give you a StreamYard link and then you can join and we can talk about your work or whatever you want to talk about. You can plug whatever you want to plug. We can answer questions. Yeah. If you want to, message me on Discord and I'll send you a link right now. I'm sure people would have plenty of like, because you're like a DevOps engineer now, so people probably have like plenty of questions and comments and such. If you do, message me on Discord. Um, what was I saying? I can't remember. Anyway, do you know about Google Keep? It's for taking notes. Yes. Um, yeah, and I mean I've never used it. I know it's like an app, like kind of like Apple Notes. What about it? Office hours. How do you feel about the no code movement? I don't think it's a movement. It's kind of like the serverless movement or the container movement or the what else is there? Microservices movement or the I don't know, you name it. It's it's a thing that exists and it has its purpose and I don't think it's going to replace programmers because guess what, behind the no code there's code, the same way that behind serverless there's servers, there's always going to be someone who has to maintain it. It just abstracts certain things for certain people and it's going to be a great fit for some. Personally, I've used things like logic apps in alongside like Azure functions and on their own. I think they're great, and and if like connecting services with no code or low code solutions works, then I don't see why an engineer should be against using it because it saves time, and if it saves time, it probably saves resources, and it's probably saves money. Um, and yeah, That's my absolute answer. Like I have nothing against any kind of technology as long as it gets the job done. ¿Cuál es el día a día de un cloud engineer? You can answer in English. So my day to day was like I would get into the office around 9, and then immediately there was like a stand up meeting. Hold on, I got a message here. Hey, want to come on stream? Um, yes, I would get in there around 9, and at 9 o'clock there was the stand up, and we would all check in, get our progress, any blockers, etc., etc. And then I would go in to check any of the alarms or any alerts that I had. Since the processes and then the procedures that I owned weren't like business critical, it was okay if there was like any alerts at the middle of the night. Like I didn't have to be on call or anything, but I know that's like in the rotation of some people. So I'd spend like half an hour, checking the alerts, checking email and things, and then I would just like dive into whatever project I had ongoing. I always had some kind of project that I was working on, and then around midday to like after lunchtime, it was typically is when I had meetings, and that would either be to discuss solutions of my own projects with my own team, or if it was I was working on something with someone else. So yeah, then I would either play like I remember at the engineering job I would play ping pong a lot with a friend, or video games, or we would watch movies or stuff like that towards the afternoon. It was great. Um, that was kind of the day to day there. Hold on, let me get a link. All right. Yeah, that was pretty much the day of engine. It was great. I definitely enjoyed the variety that you get when you are in cloud engineering, because I could be like, coding one day, and then the other day building some infrastructure, and then the other day um just like planning out something, or the other day just messing around with some new Azure service. Um and such. So yeah, it was good. That's why I really like still being in the cloud space. It's like you have ultimate freedom. um yeah, I want to look about the Miro project. Please share docs. Do you have any websites? I didn't do any write up or anything like that, but let me find the. If you go to Magic Mirror dot builders builder, I think it's Magic Mirror dot builder. Magic Mirror dot builders. Since it's an open source project, um, you're gonna get all the information that you need here. This is where you go. There's lots of documentation there, and such. So, oh yeah, that's the best. I have a super short video on my YouTube. I kind of just showed behind the scenes. It doesn't really explain much. I might do. I don't know. I'll have to see. I just don't have time. But go to this that website. That's a lot better than anything that I could probably ever do. What's your strategy for taking notes when learning new technologies? So this is what I do. This is exactly how I've been structuring my studying lately. I do 2 hours every day. I'll do an hour in the day, so in the morning. So I'll wake up, do whatever I have to do in the morning workout, and then I'll study for an hour. Then I do work, dinner, lunch, dinner, blah blah blah, and then after work I rest for a little bit, and then I dive into another hour. Typically in the morning, I'll leave that time for reading, uh, any whatever it is, or watching videos, and understanding the theory. And then the afternoon, I will Rishab's here. In the afternoon, I'll just get hands on, and along as I get hands on, I'm also like creating like notes and such about it, and like I'll make a blog post. That's pretty much how I divide it. I like giving the space between like the day. I feel like giving the space to the theory and such like gets into my brain more. Hold on, let me add you to the stream. Hello.
Hey Gwen,
Oh,
how
I
are
can.
you?
Cool. How are you?
I'm good.
Is this are you in a different room than your no, you're in the same room than your video where you unboxing the merch?
Yeah, no, I'm in the same room.
All right, this looks a different angle, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, that was I. Yeah, I think I recorded it with a GoPro. And whereas this is my just regular camera or the
Which
webcam.
really it's really good. What kind of camera is it?
Uh,
Is it like a Logitech one? Like
no, it's Media streamer cam. Okay, I literally had to go into my email.
oh, you just got it?
Yeah, like last week.
Oh, yeah, when you were in between the ZV1 and
Mm-hmm.
the 880 6400, I think,
Yeah,
and you got something completely different.
yeah. I had to put a hold on getting a better camera for now.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's smart. Yeah, because you're on the you want to clear your debt this year, right?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've been spending too much money lately. I need to stop. Yeah.
So are you liking the PS5?
Yeah, it's awesome. Hold on, did you send a message in the chat? Oh, you sent the camera? Let me look.
Yep.
Do you want to introduce yourself? There's some people in the chat. Can you see the chat on the side?
I can see. I just cannot reply.
All right, I'll bring stuff up as I come. But yeah, like we got to talk about how you switched from cloud to DevOps thing in a second. I'm looking at this camera. Oh, it looks cool. It's pretty like it's like long, like 1080. 1080 at 30? That's not
Yeah.
bad. How much is it? It doesn't say the price here.
I got it for 70 Canadian at a
Oh,
Best Buy.
that's
Yeah.
not bad. Sweet. Yeah, so what do you do now? So like you switch from did you completely switch over from cloud to DevOps?
Not yet.
Wait, is
It'll
that the
probably take a few more months. So for now it's 60% what my old job was, which was AWS, all AWS, and
yeah.
then 40% is the new DevOps, which is basically all three or four cloud providers that we have at our company. That's AWS, Azure, GCP, and then DigitalOcean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What so what's different?
Lot of Terraform, lot of
No.
CI/CD,
Nice.
lot of Kubernetes, which I have no experience in, and that's why I've been following
Nice.
Anais, and
Yeah.
then also Greg and
Pixel.
Pixel Robots. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know Pixel Robot's name, but I know who
yeah,
he is.
yeah. But yeah, so far it's good.
I saw your certification roadmap. Did
Hmm.
you have Kubernetes on there? I can't remember.
No,
You're not gonna get
no.
why not? Too hard? Time?
Maybe I don't feel so good about it yet. Like,
You could always leave it for like I don't know, the end of the year or something. You have a bunch on there though. I don't know how you gonna do them all.
we'll see. I'll probably leave some of them out. Like I'm really nervous about the AZ400 and the AWS DevOps Pro, or the
Oh,
professional one.
I'm gonna pull it up right now. We can um which one's up next? Are you retaking the 104 soon?
Yeah, yeah. I've planned it for April. Is when I'm taking 104 again.
All right, let me pull up this here. Can we do? Yeah, we do. All right. So you have what are you in right now? AI 900. So that's the intro to
AI fundamentals. Yeah.
Azure, and then the security. That one's an interesting one that I'm also like
Hmm.
want to do. You're gonna retake the 104 in April, the 400 in May, June. DevOps Pro, June, July, Linux Extension. Oh, so this is only half your year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, dude. That looks like quite the this is cool though. I think the way you're spacing it out, you're covering all your bases because you got security,
Hmm.
AI, 104 is admin, 400 is DevOps, and then so the 400 is kind of like the equivalent to the DevOps Pro. I
Yeah.
think so.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Linux Essentials. That's a fun one, the Linux Essential one. I learned like so much command line, and even though it's like entry level, I think it was
It's
pretty tough.
yeah. I think they go in depth, um,
Yeah, they do.
and
Um,
I think I'm like we don't use all the commands in our day to day,
yeah.
and that's when it gets like crazy in the Linux world.
Oh my gosh! Like when you, I've seen some people like the pipelines that they create with these commands,
Hmm.
like just piping everything. I'm just like, it's in a way, it's super creative, right?
Yeah.
Because how you just like you keep passing on the input or the output. It's I don't know. It's neat. I enjoy it a lot. That's why I'm like looking into more of the Linux certifications. Like AZ400 is mostly
It's
about managing package dependency. I took the Amazon structure led week long course and it was heavy Git and dependency stuff.
good to know.
Managing. Is this all is the 400 just Azure DevOps or is it doing GitHub?
I'm not sure. Think-
Let me see if I can pull up the how are you using Pop OS now?
Yeah. Yeah. Earlier I was using it on my older Dell Latitude, which is I think 12 years old.
Yeah.
I just got an SSD for it, and it was working really good, even with the
Mhm.
old hardware.
Yeah.
And then I just like took out the SSD and put it into my PC, and it's way
Oh,
better now.
oh, so you're like dual booting.
Yeah, sort of. I don't think it's dual boot. Like you can pick the drive and like it doesn't go into the Windows dual boot menu.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. So you have to so when you're starting up, you have to like hit a
go
button.
into yeah
Yeah, I have
F12
to do that too.
repeatedly. Yep.
Yeah. What is it? What is yours defaulting to? Windows or does it default to
Yeah.
Pop?
No, I
Pop.
have. Yeah, I could change the boot order, but yeah, for now it's Windows because every now and then my girlfriend decides to use this and she'll flip out if it boots into Linux.
Let's see. So it's Azure Storage Monitor. Um, we got some SRE stuff, but it's only 5 to 10%. 10 to 15. Oh, so you do stuff for like with Key Vault, GitHub Secrets, Git hooks. All right. So, wait, what? Implement container scanning, crypto mining. Oh wow. Wait, am I in the right one? Is this for? Yeah, this is
Yeah.
400. Easy 400. Yeah, source control. Oh, and then you have like dashboard stuff, Jira stuff. I guess that's kind of important. Continuous
Hmm.
integration. You're using Jenkins,
GitHub Actions and
GitHub
Azure
Actions.
Pipeline. Nice.
Recommend get Azure artifacts. Um, NuGet. Sharon Day Gate Green. Okay. It looks like it's not just specific to like
Azure DevOps world.
Azure or
Yeah.
just Microsoft. It looks like
Hmm.
it's DevOps in general, which is
Yep.
great. This is what I and you and I were talking about this earlier. It's what I love about what Microsoft's doing is
Hmm.
like they're putting out all these challenges, all these content out for free on Microsoft Learn. Obviously, you have to go to their platform and do it, but it's still free. Recertification is free now. Well, not yeah, it
Yeah.
is free, right?
Yeah, it
Um,
is. And it's not like taking the same exam again,
yeah.
which is a lot like it's a huge relief.
Well, now it's like I think where certifications are headed is like a great where they used to be very much like memorized. Now it's like a lot of them are pushing to be more hands on,
Hmm.
and also like change constantly. I think that's great because that forces you to have to. Well, there is benefit to like recertifying.
Yeah.
Um, let's see, GitHub Actions, pipeline check-in, Circle CI. Is that
Nice.
popular? I've never used Circle CI.
I've only used it once. Um, and that was just the graphical interface.
Uh, Jeff, Puppet, PowerShell. There's a lot in here. So what's your timeline to study for this? Let's look. So let's say you take what? When do you plan on taking 104? Like,
I think have it for mid-May. That's what I have had it for, like, scheduled it for.
and then as soon as you take it, you go straight to studying for the
Yeah,
104.
for yeah.
All right. So if you give yourself a month studying every single day,
Hmm. I think I have more than like 50 days between 104 and then actually booking 400,
yeah.
which I think is enough. We'll see.
Oh, then you got yeah, but you did only for like up until September. So if you push this off, if you get
Mhm.
all of these, it's still like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's still a lot.
Yeah, but I'm only planning this 6 for now. Like, I think after Linux Essentials, if I won't be doing any other. And if it takes me like till October to get all these 6, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. So this is the one you want to take for the year, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, pretty much.
Interesting. No GCP?
No, I did kind of went through 2 courses, I want to say. One was through a Cloud Guru for what's there called? It's Cloud Architect Associate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't sit for the exam because it's not kind of not needed. I'm not interested situation.
This is like 500 days of cloud.
Oh,
You've done, did you do a complete 100 days already?
yeah, did start my day 2, but then kind of left it in between.
Yeah,
I was not consistent.
I
But
never
yeah,
even started.
no, I
Like,
did my round first pretty consistently, and
yeah. This is Jeremy says this is some of the coursework from the AZ400.
mhm, it looks neat.
Is this official? Like, this is Microsoft official, right? Or this? Yeah, it's got to be. It says Azure DevOps Labs. Let's look at one of these. I don't know what where.
Yeah, Jeremy says it's official.
Yeah, official web. Let's do like, I don't know, embracing continuous delivery with. Ah, that's pretty cool.
Nice.
And there's like GitHub. Let's see. Oh, and they point you to like Microsoft Learn modules and stuff like that. See, this is why they're being so smart with this stuff, because they're integrating it well. And they're making it available just for free. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, I was checking out I think it's 104 has some labs too by Microsoft. And it's pretty neat. Like, I don't see any other cloud provider doing it, especially with their
Easy.
certification stuff.
Oh, why did I do all caps? Oh, here? This one?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Oh, instruction labs. Let's do like these. Oh, these are markdown? Yeah. Wow, they provide like scenarios and your instructions.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. Let's see, manage Azure Virtual Web. Oh, I didn't know this was a thing.
I think I saw, I don't know, is it Johan or Johan?
Oh. I think it's Johan. I don't know though. I could be wrong.
He posted it, and I'm like, oh, great. There are some labs available on GitHub.
When did you guys even start? What? When did we start? What, streaming or?
I think he meant streaming.
This next time, please post to notify us. I'm going to live on this. Oh, notify that we're going. I do these random, and I like doing them random because then there's no pressure to like, oh, every week I have to do this exact time. And I can just hop on. I want to get more random people to just like, we just chill on stream.
Nice.
Like you, maybe Alf, maybe who else? Jeremy, if he at one point wants to join us. Jeremy, if you want to join, I'll literally send you a StreamYard link in Discord, and then you can come join this call too. But anyway, Good. Good luck on this. AZ104 scared me. Well, Caroline, if you want to join, I'll send you a link, or anyone really. I think Caroline just took the 204 and the 104. I think
Hmm.
something like that.
I think
But
I saw her tweet, if I'm
204
not
is,
wrong.
I think, one of the funnest certificate. I haven't taken it, but I've seen a lot of the coursework for it. It's yeah, because you have like containers, you have logic apps, you have
Nice.
functions in there. Um, IV Cloud says how. Wait, what are all these? Am I getting not spam, right? I don't know. All right, let's look back at your. Let me close. Did you do the cloud resume challenge?
I am so confused about this. I don't know when. So I have this question um, for Forrest, is that when was this published as a challenge?
I think it was back
Because
in the summer.
in 2020, right? Or
Uh,
2019?
I thought it was this summer, like the past summer, like 2020, wasn't it?
Okay. So here's what happened. So back in 2019, I decided to make my portfolio website
Mm-hmm.
when I was in help desk, and use AWS just to get into cloud,
Yeah.
so that my employer would consider me promoting to a
Mm-hmm.
cloud role.
Yeah.
And it basically was a resume that I built, and like I made proper documentation on how it gets deployed and different AWS diagrams.
Yeah.
And on the interview, I like showed them that this is how I know AWS and this is how I utilized all these different services. But I didn't knew that there's a thing called Cloud Resume Challenge until we came up with 100 Days of Cloud. And I did bring it up with Forrest, and I'm like, I did this in the past. Does this qualify? And then he was like, no, you need to have a DynamoDB
You
on the
need to
back
follow the
end.
steps. Yeah.
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 And you need to have a Lambda function that does a count on how many visitors you have.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, anyways, I got the job, so I'm not doing it. But it did help me. So if anyone is wondering, yeah, make those projects, work on those projects.
I want to do the one that, like, hold on, build completely in Azure, because I haven't seen any of them. They're all like AWS. I think I saw one in GCP. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, hold on. I gotta share. Alf wants to come on, so I'm gonna copy this link. I wonder how many people we can have on StreamYard. I think it's up to like 10 or something. It says, hey all. Oh, hold on. Here's another one. Clear. Learning 204 this week. It looks so much easier. I will schedule it for next week if my move doesn't get too much in the way. Did you take the 104? Or well, which Azure certs do you have? I think she took the 104. I can't remember. But someone was saying that like, the 104 is like so boring. There's a lot of AD stuff in the 104, and AD
Hmm.
is so boring. I don't know any like identity service that is not boring.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. There's no answer. It's like they're all pretty boring. Um, then the 400 looks fun. The 204 looks fun. The 303 is fun too because it's solution architecting. Um, 204 is easy indeed. I literally did it in 30 days. Is that 30? Is that quick? Just 104. All right, cool. 104 is a lot of networking related to Venus and gateways, understanding hybrid cloud peering, etc. Is it a lot of networking, the 104? The
Yeah,
303 is.
based on the learnathon challenges that I've been doing for 104, it looks like there's a lot of VNet and networking stuff in there.
Um,
Exploring for sure.
Parveen? Is that how I pronounce his name?
Parveen, I think, yeah.
Parveen. If you want to join the stream, let me know. I don't know if you're in the Discord or if you have me on Discord, but I can send you a link. I think he has a YouTube channel too, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if you've posted lately.
I think it was. Yeah, it's Singin Cloud.
Yeah. But if you want to join, just put it in the chat, and I'll send you a link on Twitter or something. Um, what all is in the 900? The 900 is like a bunch of different services, but just like concepts, really. So you get like you do see like some networking stuff, but super basic. Oh, Alpha's here. Hold on. Hello.
Hey there, how's it going?
What's up, Alf? Hold on. I think so. I wonder how many people we can have on here.
I think 10.
10, yeah.
Yeah, as many people as we can. Hold on, I'm gonna find.
Yeah. Hey, Alf. No.
Hey there, how's it going?
Oh, we're all wearing hats.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
have to get in
actually
the
put
game.
it on specifically because everyone was wearing one, and I didn't want to feel like I was like out of the party. So
I didn't realize Rishab was wearing a hat until now.
Dang. GPS, you started it.
Here's a question. Y'all answer that while I get the link for.
Ooh, I am not an Azure person at all, so I'm here playing devil's advocate on every Azure question.
I'll take a guess. PowerShell.
Azure Developer Associate. That's the 204. Which programming language is added? I don't think there's an added advantage. Hold on. I'm doing two things at once because I'm trying to send this link to Parveen. C#. Right now it looks like C. There you go. C#.
I would say that anything Azure related, like you would be well off if you have like C#, .NET, like knowledge overall in most
Absolutely.
things at least.
All right, I just sent you a link in Twitter. Mostly .NET in the code examples. Have any of you done any C# or .NET stuff?
Nope.
Somewhat.
I was trying to play with Unity and a little bit, but then I was like, okay, I have way too many things on my table right now. So if I have to focus on something on a programming language, I would go for TypeScript or Go right now. So those would be the ones that I would focus for myself. But then it depends because I don't do anything Azure related. So C# doesn't really have any added benefit for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah, our app is basically all .NET, so there's all C# you want. I worked on one feature in the past with the dev team, so little bit of C#, but I don't like it as much, to be honest.
Most of what I'm doing right now is Python, and now I've been working a little bit on this in this greenfield project in TypeScript and Terraform and AWS. But everything is like TypeScript, JavaScript, and Python. So most of those are my go-tos right now.
What happened to the Amplify project you were working on?
I was working on it. Then life happened. Unfortunately, a lot stopped. I still have the backend there and ready to go. And eventually, whenever I have the time to work on a side project, that would be the cool thing. But I have like so many backed up things right now. Like one, I kind of want to make these. Out of what I've done right now, work. I'm rebuilding our feedback. Like page basically to automatically trigger like Amazon Comprehend, which is their AWS's NLP toolkit. So for doing like sentiment analysis and similar. So we basically feed like just automatically classify the sentiment for our feedback as soon as they come in, and I rebuild the entire backend for that. So that was my main but that is nothing that is like proprietary, because it's like completely like a normal like infrastructure that you can build on AWS. So probably I will write a blog post about it on how I rebuild that using Next on the front end and Terraform and AWS on the back end.
Oh, sweet. Oh, hey, Parveen. How do I pronounce your name?
Yeah, Parveen.
Hey, Parveen.
Sorry
Hey,
if I
man.
mispronounced it. I think we all sort of know each other, but just like Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I came to know everybody on Twitter actually.
Your mic is super low, or is it just me?
No, yeah, I can barely hear him.
I have the other one. I haven't used it for a long time actually.
That's a little better.
Yep.
I was on LinkedIn the other day, and then someone messaged me and was like, "Hey, I'm Antonio's intern." I'm like, "Wait, what?" I was like, and then I messaged you like right away. I'm like, "Wait, is this legit?" And then you told me, "Yeah." What's that about? Are you're teaching him stuff or something?
No, we have interns that are working on like some projects in my data science team, and now he was specifically looking at some cloud-based data analytics and data science tools, and he worked with Azure before. So I mentioned, hey, I know the Azure person for you that you can contact us. So that's why I send it over.
Yeah, it kind of caught me off guard. I want to make sure I didn't miss any. Who's taking the 104? 104 has a lot of pricing stuff, like which tier gives you access to what do I care? I look it up when I need to. But that's like the 900 too, or like all entry level certifications. Like I haven't taken the CCP, but I assumed it's the same. It's like
CCP is
it is.
which I don't see any use to the questions like that.
The thing is that it depends on like what you really want to do with the CCP, because for example, I think that AZ900 and like the CCP, I don't honestly, one thing is that I don't think they name it CCP because CCP might have like the Chinese connection and they don't want to associate. I think there is another it's another like name, but we call it CCP because it's like a certified cloud practitioner. Yeah, but I'm sure it's another abbreviation. Is not CCP, but yeah, the CCP and the AZ900 are basically like even when they like say, oh, take this certification is specifically for people that are either entering cloud roles or running like cloud sales, so that you get in touch with like you know how to offer services or you know how to discuss services in like pre-sales type of environment.
Yeah, it's same for Azure actually. In my company too, like most of our sales guys do have like AZ900 because we're dealing mostly with Azure stuff. So they do get like 900 exam. They practice, take the Link ProSite courses to prepare and then
Also, I believe for like partner, like at least for AWS, for like partner networks, you need to have a certain like a number of people that have a foundational. And so I think that's just pushes them to have like CC, like the cloud practitioner for extra basically.
Yeah, and I think I would agree. Like all SaaS based products, their pre-sales teams are like they're certified and either they have CCP or AZ900, and it's a trend now.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of it's pretty easy to get, so like why not?
Yeah,
it's like $100, right?
Yeah,
or is it less than that?
Either 75 or 100. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's 99 for both.
Okay. It's easy. Like honestly, I feel like it's snobbed a lot because I feel a lot of people that maybe have a background more in just traditional software engineering want to just jump to like developer and associate. But I feel like it gave me enough of a coverage of like services that some things I don't care about. Like, but like not that I don't care about it, but I don't focus extensively on those things. But definitely knowing that there are services there that do that is covered primarily in the cloud practitioner, and it's not really covered in other certification unless you go in like specialties and similar.
Yeah, right. And it's a good experience, I guess. Like I gave my CCP think back in 2019, and I had no knowledge about cloud certificates. And on top of that, it gives you 50% discount for your next exam.
I was literally gonna say that. Like, if anything, you pay.
Yeah.
Like AWS, if you do CCP or whatever exam, if you pass it, you get a 50% off the next one.
Mm-hmm.
And the CCP is literally you pay $50 for the first one, and then you pay just $75 for like the solution architect. And if you pass it, you pay $75 for like the whatever next one you have. So I still have actually it's 50% off for. I should take the sysadmin eventually.
Did you?
I think with the 50%, you also get like exam preparation. Demo.
Yeah, you get a free mock exam.
Mock exam,
yeah.
Ah, I didn't know this.
And then I think some store benefits which they don't ship outside US.
Yeah, the store benefit is like you can buy stuff that says that you're whatever
certified
you are
and all that.
So it's not really
like shirts and stuff.
Yeah, T-shirt that says AWS certified and stuff like that.
I miss reInvents now, like in-person reInvents.
Yeah,
where you could sit for the exam, like right on spot.
Oh, you can there? That's interesting.
Yeah, you could take your exams on reInvents.
Yeah, but imagine like preparing for reInvent and you prepare to take an exam. Like you look forward to reInvent because you're about to take an exam. That's a little weird.
I know few people who just like were bored with the panels and would take the exam and they hadn't prepared, but they have like experience in AWS that they pass it. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, Alf, you took Terraform recently?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I just passed the Terraform certified.
How was
awesome.
It? That's a very fun exam.
Easy.
It's easy. I feel like it's easy if you prepare enough. Like if you actually work to like with Terraform is like really easy. It took me longer to actually like prepare, like do the identification process and everything than to actually take the exam.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you've been using it since, I think you said like professionally since December?
Yeah, like my work is like Terraform shop on everything cloud based, so I haven't actively used it too much. Like, but like I have like perused the repos that we use Terraform, and like I understood how our infrastructure is set up via Terraform. So and now like literally maybe 2 hours ago I finished like the Terraform infrastructure for like that project I was mentioning with comprehend, Lambda, API gateway and everything all set up via Terraform, and that's honestly it's so fun to use. It's such a good tool.
Is it lab based, the certification, or is it multi?
It's multi-question, and there are some fill-in. Like you have to fill in actually. The command to like I have this command that I would like to check for the dependency tree. What do I have to run? And it's like Terraform 3 or whatever it is.
Cool.
You also have the ability to actually navigate around on their website, official documentation too.
I
think they
during the exam.
I think they removed that actually. That's a new. I saw that before.
That's how I failed it the first time, because I didn't go through the documentation enough.
I didn't go through any documentation, and
I failed.
I think I didn't have access to it, but I remember there was something related. You can actually go through the documentation, but I think that's a different one. It might be. I know that the Docker one you can go through documentation, like the Docker certified, whatever.
Well, yeah.
And Kubernetes, the CKA and CKAD,
That's
you
smart.
can go through.
All certifications should be like that.
It's because those are
real
lab based. Like they give you, this is like the thing that you have to do, deploy like a Kubernetes cluster and doing this and this and that. Or Docker is like it's build the image in this way. Which those are interesting. Honestly, those are tougher, but also more like fair exams because there's no way that those are the classic thing that like an exam dump doesn't help you in any way.
Exactly.
And so like you automatically kick out everyone that like just uses exam dumps and memorize stuff, because at that point you just like you need to know the tool because it's literally it's a different scenario every single time, and you have to come up with the solution to that scenario. And those are cool because there's no memorization that can help you if you don't know the tool.
That every certification except for the entry level ones, like the 900 and the not CCP, whatever the proper abbreviation is. All of them should be like that. What is it? See, certified.
It's certified cloud practitioner, but
it is AWS.
Maybe just CP.
I think it's CFP or something like that. But I want to check because honestly, like I've been saying a CCP all the time, but that's not it.
It's like Azure.
CLF for some reason.
Why?
CLF CO1.
CLF.
It's Cloud Foundation, I think.
No one's gonna say that.
I know, but it's the CCP. Everyone will be CCP.
It's like Azure ARM templates. They don't want you to say ARM. They want you to say Azure Resource Manager. So, and you'll see in their documentation, you won't see ARM, but everyone just says ARM because it's like, who's gonna say Azure Resource Manager templates? Look, you guys got a compliment. I just want to say this conversation is amazing. I'm learning a lot.
Well, glad that I don't know. I'm honestly speaking, I don't even know any preparation or anything for this. It's like I feel like this is one thing about having this type of conversation that is very cool. Is like these are like experiences that you like there is no amount of preparation behind this that tells you, oh, I have to rep this specific cloud provider, so I have to come up with a very standardized way of telling you, oh, this exam goes like this and stuff. This is like my experience. No one is paying me to say anything. I had these experiences. I had a terrible experience with PSI. PSI terrible.
I did too.
And like Vue is better in my opinion. Never had any issue with Vue, but the thing is that Terraform doesn't allow you only goes through PSI. PSI again literally took me 40 minutes to do the identification process. And it took me 21 minutes to take the exam.
What was the issue?
I have no idea. The issue, I don't know. I think is like the thing is that you have to you have to show your area around you, right?
Yeah.
But they don't tell you with what you have to show it. So if you read the instruction, they say, okay, show 360, go ceiling to floor. And then at a certain point, they say, show your phone and put down your phone and show that you put it down. But they never mention that you can do it with your phone. So at that point, I was like, what, if I'm taking it with my phone, how can I show you that I put my phone down and also do the next steps in showing you other stuff? Because once you're set down, you have to show, you have to do okay, glasses, I don't have any microchip and stuff.
PSI?
Yeah, this is PSI, and all of this is one video. And then you have to sit through the entire video before continuing. So if this is like a long video, I had to take that video 4 times, and each time it was 2 minutes long. And I spent 10 minutes watching this video of me, and at the end of it, I realized I'm like, fuck. And then I have to retake it. It's that's literally been my experience with PSI.
But I have had that experience with Pearson too, to be honest.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that they're not.
I had this one proctor. I don't know. He or she was like, "Okay, show the complete room." I'm like, I just posted the pictures through your their mobile link and whatever. She's like, "No, pick up your laptop," and I had it hooked up to the charger and everything. So I had to pick it up, show it around, and she's like, "Where's your phone?" I'm like, "It's somewhere. I don't know." She's like, "I need proof that it's away." I'm like, how do I know where? I don't remember where I kept my phone.
In my exam, I literally went I was next to it on the table, I was with my laptop with the camera showing my let's say if I say that this is my sofa, I was I literally had to show that, and at that point I was like, okay.
Yeah, the most boring part on this exam is when you finish that picture clicking stuff, and you have to wait for them to review it and come back with, "Hey, we are ready for you."
Oh, when you wait in the queue, like
Yeah.
when I took my like the Linux cert the other week, and I was like, "You're in 150 in the queue,"
Oh
and I'm
my
like,
God.
"Fuck," and I'm just sitting
Oh
there. You
no,
can't leave.
Now
I
they have the
never.
queue numbers. They didn't have the queue numbers before. It
I
was
No,
never
like
had
yeah,
that
now they
you have to
do.
problem
wait for
actually.
hours.
Maybe it's because I always set my exam at like Saturday at 6 p.m.
Mm.
So it's
I
always
gotta do
like
that.
I
Yeah.
always set it like a weekend, late weekend or early weekend, and I'll wait maybe like 5 minutes for people to actually look at my 2 minute video of like me with my laptop going around. And then but the thing is that it doesn't even matter, because then they ask you, can you show me again, and then it's like, why
Yeah.
do you show in the first place? But it's okay. Yeah, in for AZ, I don't even know what AZ like what Azure uses as the like PSI or View.
They
Because
use
View,
View.
yeah, View for me was like take pictures with your phone and then
Mhm.
you show. PSI, no, they have to use a separate browser thing, and
Yeah.
then you have to do a bunch of extra stuff. So it's no pictures involved. It's only video, and it's a video like with your laptop camera.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I kind of miss taking certifications in person, but also like I don't know, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, I feel like there is too much like the problem with me taking certifications and in general exams. Like I took the GMAT back in the day. I don't even remember when I took it. I think 2017 or something. The GMAT, and the thing is that my exam center was like I was in Berkeley, and this was in South San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally spent like an hour going to this place on a train, and I was thinking, oh my god, and so it was like this mindset of me going through this to this exam place, and then it takes another 15-20 minutes to prepare when you're there. So it's definitely like a different mindset, while here is like I can maybe review a couple of things right before, and then at a certain point I say, okay, to hell, I'm gonna take it right now, and I do it. So it's definitely like I feel more in control when I do it at home, because I can just say, okay, I'm free, I'm ready, I'm doing, boom, I do it.
Wow. Yeah, I was looking at this, kind of random. I want to get your opinion on it. Have you heard of like the nano degree?
The Udacity one?
Yeah.
I'll show you this. I was looking, and I thought it was gonna be like, oh, I don't know, $300, something like that.
Oh, it's a lot of money actually.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So it's
They're only
75% off, but it's still 1,356.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's always like for like around $400 a month, and it depends on how many months it takes you. But also they are not like I know people that went through it because the AWS actually has a bunch of scholarships for this Udacity thing, because the Udacity is pretty large, and they have like a lot of like sponsorship and scholarships, and they say it's good, but I don't know how much.
Is it worth the money?
Yeah, especially if you'd have to pay it. I don't know how much it's worth. Like it's worth it. You learn a bunch of stuff. It's interesting because you actually have projects and similar. I learned. I did follow a bunch of their programming classes, like their free training. They're good, but it's just like I don't feel like it's my specific way of learning. Like I prefer like a Udemy course over this one, because there is the kind of fake sense of urgency that you have to do the assignment without having the urgency of like actually a structured class. So I don't know.
I also think they include AWS certificates.
I'm trying to find one. I saw one that had like 3 or 2 Azure ones and one, but I can't find it anymore. It's one of these. I think it's like, no, it's not this one.
No. I don't think it had developer in it. Maybe.
There was one that had like the 104.
One thing that I know, like I have this friend of mine that has a ton of these ones because he gets into scholarships all the time, but they're not the cloud-based one. He had one for PyTorch that was sponsored by Facebook. He had one for Android development that was sponsored by Google, and those are again, it's the same idea. Like you do these assignments over time, you do as you go. But I don't know. I'm not too much into these. Like at least if I have to pay for these, I'm not too interested in going through this.
Not
Like
for this
I'm,
price.
you know,
No, yeah.
Cloud Skills is much better. Just go to Cloud Skills. They're building a lot of courses now.
But if anything, if these are like nano degrees and everything, the assumption is that these are a little bit more structured from the point of view of like career services after. I don't know how strong the career services of post graduation
It
are.
seems more like a gimmick to me than, or like marketing stuff than actual like.
I mean, I feel like they're backed by big people like Google, Facebook, and a lot like companies that do actually are behind it. And I feel like the quality of the courses is very good. Like they are good courses and everything. It's just I don't buy too much into the way they are delivered. Actually, interestingly enough, there is the online Master of Computer Science at Georgia Tech. It's all provided through Udacity. Like you, really? It costs like $7,000 for the entire degree, but you get an actual master degree in computer science from
like
Georgia
2
Tech.
years or like
it's actually I think it's like 1 year and a half, and you can take as many, like 1 year and a half if you take like 4 classes per or 3 classes per semester. But definitely they use the Udacity as their like lecture delivery platform.
Interesting.
Nice.
Rishab, you're going back to school, right?
Yeah, and this is, I just sent you a link. This is basically what Antonio said. It's just not masters, it's bachelors. But this is also online. So
whoops, this one. There we go.
Yeah.
This is what you're doing?
Yeah, this is what I'll be starting in April.
Science. Yep. And you're gonna do this and all the certifications that you put in your on your Twitter?
I got a lot of credits for my diploma in computer networking, so I'm only taking one subject this year.
Oh. Oh, there's another one. Let's look at this one here.
Yeah, the Coursera ones are actually like, they're like, for example, there is a UPenn master in IT and similar. But the thing is that you also pay UPenn prices. Basically, it's just a little bit less than UPenn, but it's actually structured as they just use Coursera as the delivery platform.
Yeah, the platform for the lectures and stuff.
But it's a class, like it's a university course.
It's same with this. And when I evaluated like my options of going back to school locally here in Canada, that was more expensive than this is. So I'm like, and if like COVID gets better here, the schools will open back and like universities will open back, and I don't have the bandwidth to just go into.
Who's this dude?
I don't know that, but that's the.
Where's their like program? Oh, here.
I think that's
Current courses.
I've heard a lot of good things about this.
Oh no, this is an amazing one. The thing is that it's a pretty specialized, so they have like some entry requirements that are pretty high. Like it's not like one that if you don't have a background in computer science, you can take, like, because they want you to show that you have like computer science undergrad and similar. But it's definitely. It is definitely like a very, very, very good program. I was interested in taking it eventually, but then at a certain point it didn't really make any sense, even if it's cheap enough. Like I don't see any additional, like I don't see the move to career that would be useful enough for me.
Maybe management or upper level. This is Rishab's curriculum. Look at this. This is what he's doing this year. AI 900, AZ 104, AZ 400, DevOps Pro, Linux Essentials.
I thought you already have AZ900. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Oh, sorry,
AI,
it's AI 900.
Yeah.
AI 900.
What's that AI 900?
It's the AI fundamentals.
Oh, okay. I don't understand the logic of like Azure to go 900 is the foundational and the next one is 104.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand the number.
They always change numbers. I mean, it used to. What did it start out like 100 and then it went 101, 102,
101 and yep.
I don't understand.
And then
that.
103. I think how they went is the like 101, 102 is kind of, I thought it was like once the exam is revised, they'll go 103, 104, but it's not, that's not true either. And now they have one AZ 120.
And then there's
SAP?
like the security ones.
Yeah, the SAP one.
SC
Yeah.
900.
When I did
Those look
103,
interesting.
When I did 103, it was like Azure RM at the time, like I guess a year and a half ago.
Oh, yeah. Just name them.
Yeah, stop putting numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might wanna like the ones I would like to go for this year for me are primarily the CSOPs.
It's a hard one.
CSOP, like it's the last associate that I have, and then I want to take the DevOps Pro, and probably for my job, the machine learning one would be useful, or the data analytics specialty would be useful. Probably I would focus more on the DevOps Pro. However, also the one thing I am interested in going for is like the cloud native foundation ones, like the CKA and CKAD. Because I've been working a lot with Docker and similar, so probably even the Docker certification. But the thing is I would like to go for certification specifically because they force me to learn, not because I see them as like necessary for my movement in career. Probably they may be useful, but they definitely are, because if I sign up for it, I am putting my money where my interests are, so it forces me to study and similar. So that would be the key reason. And there are things I would like to learn and learn, and like I would like to go deeper in like Docker and Kubernetes, for example. So Docker and CKAD.
Are you switching jobs yet? I think you mentioned that you wanted to do that.
No, not specifically.
No.
Nah, we are we are going well and strong in my team. We're building a bunch of like cool things, which is and now we're putting a lot of like proof of concepts out for like cloud related projects. So I feel like it's very good.
That's good. So even when you move, you'll just stick with them?
Oh yeah. We like I already work remotely full time now, independently of COVID. And when I move to New York, I'll be still working remotely, no problem.
Oh, cool.
Neat.
Oh, I've been live for an hour and 4. This is cool though. I've been wanting to get like just random people to talk on about like anything, literally, not like slide deck or presentation or anything like that. So it's sort of like a podcast, but not really.
I feel it's like very podcasty. Honestly, this could go like there are a bunch of podcasts that I follow that they don't start with any topic at the beginning and they just go along with the very first prompt that they come up with.
This could be the random podcast that has no schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't see any schedule. I was like just scrolling through my YouTube feed and just saw random headline. I was like, two guys.
Yeah, I never have a schedule because like I don't like to like promise, because then like because sometimes I just don't feel like doing it, you know. But I think it's nice to like just randomly chat with people.
Yeah, I feel like the StreamYard is also a pretty nice tool to do that. Like how much is it for a month? It's a lot. It's like $20 or something.
20 for like, but even the free one is decent.
It's the logos and such that is annoyance.
The water.
The watermark.
Yeah, watermarks and similar.
The duck.
But I guess I don't know. It depends. It really depends. If you stream more than if you stream once or twice a week, yeah, that one. Yeah.
Who would want? Wait, so in the free one you can't take this off?
I think you can only take
this
powered
off.
by StreamYard, the one on top right. Which I feel like it's okay. Like that one would be enough. It's not too bad, but the other ones are bad. Like that one is like when you're covered fully, basically.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could change all this.
Oh, nice.
Yes, StreamYard is pretty for certain things, and then but like if you want to get into like audio routing and all that kind of stuff, then like StreamYard's not like.
Yeah, this is definitely a tool for talking with people and interacting with like comments
it's
live.
Like Zoom, it's just like live.
Yeah, it's literally it's the chat. I feel like is the most the coolest part about it is like the fact that you can stream in multiple places and you get the comments from multiple places on view, like on screen. That's probably the most interesting part about it, and that's where I feel like that could be interesting eventually. It's just like my schedule is so hectic. It's unclear.
Most importantly, no one should come in. I think this is like a super delayed comment when we're talking about certifications.
Oh yeah, they will close the exam if like someone comes. Like that's why I'm like I know, like I literally have like my like block everything. Like if my wife is around, I just like confine her to her room, and similar. So
yeah,
you block the door, the chair.
Yeah.
I had mail once. There was someone knocking at the door. They're like, "There's mail for you." I'm like, "Please shut up."
Do they do that in Canada? It doesn't work like that here. They just throw the freaking package in front of the door and they leave.
No.
It comes flying on your door.
Someone steals it before you even
no, like I'm literally like I ordered the PlayStation 5 now, and they said that it's arriving on the 14th, and literally gonna be there with like my folding chair. I'm gonna be in front of my building door, like outside there, because there's no way. And it's also FedEx, which is the worst among the others.
Oh man.
So
it's totally different here than like the FedEx guy.
So nice, the Canadians.
Yeah, and it's an apartment building, so he would buzz in and then would come upstairs, and he's like, "Here's your parcel," and I'm like, "Thank you."
There's no way here. If they like here we have like here we have like an outside buzzer that you can put a code, and every major carrier has a code that they know. But sometimes they just say, "I don't want to look for the code. I'm just saying that you weren't there." That's it, and they leave.
Oh my!
I have to leave my cell number on my Amazon. They don't have buzzer. They just like sometimes.
Yeah, Amazon doesn't do that. Yeah.
Damn. Where'd you order your PS5 from?
GameStop.
Oh, so you got it when it was in stock?
I got like there was a drop coming, and I literally refreshed I swear 500 or something times. Literally doing Control R. Then you have to do Control R, open and close the add 1 year warranty to cart. Then add to cart pops up. You add to cart, and it says retry in a little bit, and literally like that for like. I swear to God 500 times. I actually counted because I knew that like I wanted to know how much I was wasting my life if I didn't get it. But then at a certain point, he actually says, complete the captcha. And I was like, oh, dang. And actually, I completed the captcha and let me do that. Boom. And they also already took my money. So it means that it's true.
Come on, man. You could have used Selenium.
I could have. I honestly was thinking at this point it's easier for me to code like a Selenium driver for this and to do this right now than actually do it 500 times. But at the point I was like, what if it's the next click, and it never happened. So I have to like now I don't need it anymore. If I ever want to buy an Xbox or something, I will want, but I can actually come up and figure out how the HTML look for the pages where there is the Xbox, and then code the appropriate Selenium and then just let it run.
Are the new what are the 300 series, 380s? Are they back in stock or still like nothing?
Nope. At that point, now I have the PS5. I already spent enough money, so my 3080 dreams are gonna be later. Maybe
What card do you have now?
1650 Super.
Not bad.
So I mean, it plays stuff like I played Cyberpunk. It worked out. It wasn't like it was in like a medium to high settings.
Yeah.
On 1440p, so worked out. So I don't have much. I don't complain much. Like with that, like for what I use mostly my computer for games, but mostly it's for programming and coding stuff. So for that, it works well.
Yeah, I feel like for the casual gamer, PC gaming is just overrated. From what I found for myself as well.
Yeah, I agree. Like I don't play, and like the thing is that there are a lot of games that I play with friends that are on PC, so that is good, and those are not like very demanding games. So, for example, it's like Phasmophobia. Recently, I've been playing a lot with my friends, playing Phasmophobia, and it's only on PC. So, like that's all. Like I'm okay in having that and playing Phasmophobia. And having like or Valheim I played recently, or I played the Jackbox game, but we had to share as well. So Zoom like call or whatever, or Discord, and just play the Jackbox game. But there's a bunch of like games that I play online that are mostly PC, or they are better on PC. So it's working for me. I'm definitely not like the die-hard gamer or something.
DP100. Rishab, do you know about this one? I think you were, or
Data, yeah, it's
it's
one.
the data scientist route, I think. DP100 and 200, something like that.
I think that's the one that Sina was like interested, like that one that like my intern guy and he might be interested in. I know it's interesting that I have interns, but yeah, that's a fun thing.
yeah, I was just caught off guard. That was interesting. Yeah, DP. I don't know anything about data at all.
Yeah, it's the data science solution on Azure.
So what stuff do you look into, like Azure, like what are they called?
Data factories,
data factory,
storage accounts, and all those things. Yeah.
I have to do a few proof of concept with SageMaker specifically, but most of what we're doing is like the services like Comprehend or like those very specialized services that do some specific things very well, like NLP or like image recognition or similar. We use those like Lex or any on all of those services that do one thing but well, instead of having like a SageMaker that does a lot of things but you have to code much more. But it's still like my company is mostly GCP, but now we're finally heralding some AWS.
I didn't know that. I thought you were primarily AWS.
I am. I don't do almost anything in GCP. It is the main workflows of like the company, like the website databases and everything that run on GCP, like the Kubernetes clusters and similar, they run on GCP, but it's most of what I do is AWS. And this was one of the main thing, like most of like, for example, our data warehouse is Snowflake with backed by S3. So we use AWS for that.
Rishab just sent a link. Let me bring it up.
Yeah, I think they were pointing out that there are very less resources to.
Yeah,
I got a
tool site is
disclaimer.
kind of outdated. Tool site sometimes takes forever to put out new content for the updated exams. I was preparing for like AZ2 or 4, and they were still on AZ2 or 3 at that time.
Yeah.
Let's add this link. There you go. Oh, it's hard to get to. Oh my goodness. Let me put it in the chat actually in here. Oh my gosh. But yeah, disclaimer: I work at A Cloud Guru, so anything I say about them is gonna kind of come off as a sale pitch. But Rishab sent this link, not me.
Yeah, there is also
I've
this
been
one
using
here.
them.
There is on Cloud Academy. It seems there is one, but again, I have no clues about it. Like I don't do anything Azure
same
related,
here.
so
yeah, I wouldn't.
Not data scientist myself, so
How do I get back? Here? No, this one. There we go. Snowflake rocks. What is Snowflake?
it's a data warehouse.
Is it AWS?
It's
Or
no,
is
it's like
individual?
the back.
Standalone?
No, they have an engine that does data warehousing on top of like cloud providers. They use like blob storage or S3 as their back, like or as their like storage layer. But it's base like you basically pay for the data warehouse and the computing that you do on that with data warehouse. So yeah, my company is a pretty big user of Snowflake. I work in Snowflake every single day of my existence, unfortunately. So.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, I love Snowflake. It's just that it's like there are like I am like I have like I'm aware that I'm not the best like SQL. Like I'm not like I know how to make pretty even complex SQL stuff, but it's just I'm not a data engineer. Like that's the thing, and a lot of what we're doing is pretty complex data engineering requirements. So like feature engineering is different, but like we do a lot of things that we should have a data engineer do, but we don't have like a data engineer specialized in like data analytics pipelines. Like we have more like data modelers that make from like the admin database, they transform everything into usable data. Then you can interact to create your own features for data science. But we don't have like a person in the middle that is like, okay, I need this type of feature for my data science model, build it for you, and it's stored somewhere. So we have to do we wear a lot of hats around in my this decision insights team.
Like everything in cloud, it's cloud is just like the stamp for like you're gonna do everything for us.
Yeah,
no,
everyone in my team works between cloud. Like we use a lot of different tools, like DBT from Fishtown Analytics. We use SnapLogic. We use Snowflake. We use BigQuery. It's just a bunch of different tools. Not as much AWS, but it's changing.
Does anyone have SREs at their jobs?
Yeah. They don't work at all. They don't work at all in my like in my team. Like they don't work in anything I have to do with. Like they're completely separate from what I do. Like even the DevOps team and like in general the tech team is like completely separate from my like decision insights and analytics team.
And it's kind of true for our teams too. Like being in DevOps team, we do have an SRE, but that's just for our private cloud stuff.
What do they do?
I think it's typically same what we do in public cloud. This is true for like my team is they basically do all things that we do just for our private cloud. Which is totally different because I don't know what they use. I think they use VMware a lot.
But in general, it's like SRE, like it's about ensuring the continuity of service no matter what happens. So they do a lot of like preparation for like disaster recovery and like multi deployment and all related to just making sure that there is service no matter what happens.
Isn't there DevOps stuff too?
Yeah,
I feel like that's why I'm saying like I feel like SRE is like a subset of DevOps. While but they are extremely specialized in making sure that everything continues. While DevOps is more about let's automate a lot of the processes that can be automated to make sure that it goes from a development perspective to an operation, like to operating and working and like being deployed and similar. So let's do CI/CD, let's do infrastructure as code, and let's do all of these things. SRE specifically, let's see, make sure that nothing breaks in case something that is not about us happens, as in the cloud, like the cloud provider goes in flames, like recently happened in France.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
These
don't know.
titles.
It'll keep getting
Like
more.
DevSecOps. What is
Yeah.
DevSecOps?
It'll keep getting more broader.
We're trying to
What's-
just like combine the roles into one, just
Yeah.
one person that do everything.
Like I was talking to one of my teammates, and has been working in the industry for quite a while, and he said there were only like full stack developers that they would count as like system architects who would design how the app would be like served. And now we have cloud engineers and cloud operations as a team, and then DevOps, SREs, and then now DevSecOps.
Even cloud engineer, it's so generic.
It is.
Yeah, cloud engineer is extremely generic overall.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like you work. I feel like it's like an intermediate term for like before you actually specialize somewhere, you work a little bit in the cloud,
More
and then
administration stuff, you know, you manage.
yeah,
Yeah.
like CSAD, like CSOPs or something like that. But I feel like even there, like you would be more. I feel like even there you would be more like a junior sysops or junior DevOps. I feel like cloud engineer is more generic on an in specifically, because it's like you're a like software engineer, but you specialize in using cloud infrastructure.
Yep.
Honestly,
And then
it's just
eventually-
like sysadmin, but in the cloud. That's pretty much it.
I guess that it depends. Like it depends, because maybe if you're a cloud engineer, yeah, I feel like for cloud engineers specifically, you would do like more cloud CSOP stuff, like sysadmin stuff, because otherwise you would be a software engineer that does with knowledge of cloud. Like if you were like, you need to be like a Python developer, but you have to know like AWS or like Azure, you would be software engineer, like backend engineer, and with cloud knowledge. You wouldn't be a cloud engineer.
It depends on the company, because like when I at my previous gig, when I was a cloud engineer, I was doing like full stack Blazor development.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
so you really honestly, I feel like it's such a generic term that has no clear and like no clear definition as of right now yet. That like every company is just like, I feel like to me it's like that kind of yet to be defined position, or maybe someone starts into a position when they primarily work in cloud, but they don't have like a team. They just like cloud doers, and that's a cloud engineer. And then eventually you specialize into like DevOps, you specialize into sysadmin, like development or whatever.
Yeah, that's what my experience has been with the cloud engineer role.
Hold, damn it. What am I saying? Hold on. I'm typing something. Here's a good one that the chat would probably enjoy. How'd you land your job? Rishab, you go first.
It's pretty similar to yours.
Yeah, it's like almost exactly the same.
So I did my internship as junior IT admin or assistant to the IT administrator at a company. Was offered a help desk role after my internship. Stayed there for a year while I learned cloud, and then got into a cloud role. Now I'm at the same company working as a DevOps engineer.
Did you have a associate's degree or something when you got in?
No, just a diploma. I don't know if it's equivalent to associate degrees in
like,
States.
There might be
years?
some.
Yeah.
Like 2-year program kind of thing? Oh, cool. What about you, Alf?
I got, like, I was in my master's degree. I got into, like, I was offered this internship position as a data science intern. And my company worked primarily in building a geolocation tool for inventory, and worked out pretty well. And they just extended an offer after a few months when there was this data analyst position that opened up, and been there since August now.
There we go. Parveen.
Parveen, I actually finished my associate degree first. That was the first point, and I had done like quite a few bit of sorts on lynda.com back then, which is
Yeah.
LinkedIn Learn now, and that's how going from help desk network to sysadmin stuff, and then finally I actually before 6 months before I got my actual cloud role,
Yeah.
I already did like AZ103, AZ900, and the CompTIA Network Plus, and that's when I just jumped right on cloud.
Wow, we have similar stories.
I was gonna say
I
that.
guess my headphone died. One sec.
Someone says you guys are still streaming. Yeah. We're doing a marathon.
Yeah, tonight is
24-hour stream.
should have prepared.
I'm getting on-call feels.
Oh, you do on call now?
Yeah, I'm still doing it. It's been, I think, 2 years now. I hope it goes away soon with the new rule. But it's still in transition period, so who knows?
Have you had any crazy incidents?
Yeah,
happen?
2 weeks ago.
What was it?
I had to resize 2 instances on a production environment, which shouldn't be that difficult, but then something else decided to go down. So the whole prod was down. Luckily, it was after hours for any customers, so it took me 6 hours to get back everything, and it turns out there were some code changes that caused it. So now we are just working on identifying those changes that caused the nightmare. But yeah, it was, I think, an 18-hour day for me.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
You were like the entire time just working through it?
Yeah, I worked the regular hours from 8 to 5, and then I started the maintenance of resizing the instances at around 10 p.m. I'm like, okay, it's just a couple of instances, resize them and go to sleep. And then I was up until 6 a.m., slept for 2 hours, and then back at 8. So it sucked.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Anyone want to answer that question?
Without experience, like everybody is starting off actually. The first job is without experience.
I would say look out for internships. If you're just starting out, I know I did mine for free. Usually you don't have to, but like just to get your foot in the door.
I think it's best to shoot for an MSP company, like a managed service provider, for your local city. If there's any MSPs looking for help desk role or network folks, if you have any certifications. Otherwise, just help desk role would be pretty easy to catch on
Yeah.
any MSP company. Yeah,
I've heard that.
GPS made a recent video why you should start in help desk.
Yeah, and like because lately I've been getting a lot of people telling me or asking me like, "Hey, how do I get into cloud? But I don't have any IT experience, and I don't want to do help desk. I want to avoid it." And I'm just like,
what?
I don't like. I don't know what to answer to that. I like when I was getting started, I was like, literally any job, maybe $1. I just need the experience. Like and
yeah,
I don't know.
That was same with me. I'm like, there are only, I think, 4 or 5 companies here that are like really close to IT, as we call it. And I'm like, I just need to get my foot in the door. So I'm like, I'll do internship for free. Because at the time I was working at a gas station. So I wanted out. Not that it's bad, but it's not something that I wanted to do.
Yeah, definitely. I like, literally anything. And help desk, they're pretty open with, hey, if you're new, don't have any experience, I don't know, you have gaps in your.
That's the best time to actually where you can learn new stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like
Just
that's
sitting on the job.
Yeah.
I feel like
I remember
that's something that I've heard a lot of people saying, is that if anything, help desk is the time when you actually get to like have time outside of work to actually even outside our own work to actually learn stuff, because they are related. Like on one side they help you improve your help desk position because you're more knowledgeable and like you're more able to like attend to the needs that like of clients that like contact you or anything. But in others, you can just like increase the knowledge for yourself, and it makes it even easier to then get out of the help desk position. It's a little bit of like it's like kind of overused term, but the grind and similar
Yeah, you
things.
got to do it.
It's not the
You got.
you have to do
Yeah.
if you don't have the experience and there is not gonna be one thing like a one certification that is gonna give you the job like that with no experience. So there are some positions where you don't need that kind of experience, and then it's gonna be a launch pad for you. And that's not like it's not like something that stays and like it's not some like I feel like a lot of people don't want to do a help desk because it feels like it's a position like oh like no one is gonna consider me because like I started as a help desk and like it's gonna be like a stain on my resume or something. But while that's not true.
No, and I think I learned the most in my help desk position until now. Like that 1 year, that's how I was introduced to tech. And my communication skills were not so good at that time, like English not being my first language. Talking to clients, it did help me a lot.
Yeah, and also like someone says help desk is a lot of fun, but like you get to work with like everyone in the company. Like, I've had conversations with like the CEO or someone on the sales team and stuff like that, and then like I sort of became like won them over because like I was fixing their issues. And you know, you never know what opportunities that can bring to you as well.
And if anything, you actually get the opportunity to talk with a lot of people. So if anything, you learn what you like because with the interaction that you have with certain people, maybe you understand what you like a little bit more than other things. And then you can specialize over time with the things that you like and like loosen up on the things that you don't.
Yeah. Also with help desk, it's not the actual work that sucks. It's the way people treat you.
Yeah.
It's because the work it's like it's a variety, and yeah, it could be repetitive, but it's not. I don't think it's bad, but it's just the people like always complaining at you.
It is actually in every client-facing role, like
yeah, exactly.
No, I don't know. I think
different.
It's not every
how much they how they deal with you.
Like help desk, like I don't know what's wrong with people, but it taught me patience, to be honest.
Yeah. It's like if someone's computer can't turn on, their life is over.
Yeah.
It's like so extreme.
And so is yours.
Is any reason for your cap, guys? I always wear it, and then Rishab, I don't know why he was wearing it, but he often wears hats, and then Alf wears it because Rishab was wearing it because
you both were wearing it. I didn't want to feel like left out, so I just put it on.
Yeah, and there's no particular reason really.
The Hats podcast.
We should totally call it 4 hats or something like that. How do I remember?
4 hats in the cloud.
4 hats in the cloud.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's actually not too bad. That's I'm a brand that.
4 hats in How difficult it is to usually get a help desk position without CompTIA A+. I don't have A+.
Same here.
No one has A+?
It's so basic. A+ is so basic. They tell
If
you
anything,
how to turn on a mouse. What is USB?
If anything, A+, that might be one of the few like certification that maybe help you if you if you absolutely have no idea about IT. You take the A+, that is already a base for someone to maybe help you, but it's not required. There are no certifications that are required almost in any position that you really go through. Like the only certifications that are required are the ones that are like government mandated for things like you driving like a crane or something. You have to be certified in knowing how to operate a crane. In IT, there are no crane certifications, basically. So you don't need any certification to take IT jobs.
The USB certification.
Yeah. Even with CompTIA+, I would suggest just go through some courses and not take the exam because they cost a lot, I think.
Isn't it like $300 or something?
2 exams, not one.
2
Oh,
exams?
there are 2 exams?
2 of them, yeah.
Aren't all the aren't even like the Linux ones like the LPIs? They're always like in two parts that you
Yeah,
have to
that's
take
dumb.
Yeah,
out.
but
Yeah.
they're cheaper, right? They're not $300.
They're like
They're
175 or something.
LPI 101 is 200. LPI 102
Oh, I'm confused
to
now.
get LPIC 1 is, so that's $400 right there.
But
Like
the
I wanted
Essentials is cheaper, right?
I wanted to try wanted to eventually try for the LPI the sysadmin one. I don't remember the name of it.
If anything, do the Linux Foundation sysadmin one, because that's lab based, and it's $300 and you get a free retake.
Yeah,
Nice.
but I feel like those are like in general like the Linux Foundation ones. I don't understand why they are less like
Popular.
popular among like LPI. There, I feel like it's more time that they've been around, and Linux Foundation have been a little bit less recent, so there is still less. But again, it's really about the knowledge. I would prepare for a certification without taking it because you learn the topics for it. Honestly, like that could be like I've done that for previous, not any certifications specifically, but I've done like I prepared for like a topic on what's the name of it? The data analytics like specialty on AWS. There is a lot of Glue, EMR, and similar. I don't think I could sit for the specialty, but I prepared a lot of like the topics for that because they are useful in my job. Like, so I know that they might be useful. It doesn't mean that if I don't take the certification, those skills are invalidated.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, certification is just making sure that, hey, now I have the like self certification that I can pass this, and if it's the people that actually built the tool, then it's validated. But otherwise, if you can validate it on your own because you do something at your job or you do your own project and it works, then you don't really need the certification. If like if you're doing it just for the for the certification side or something.
I kind of feel that's a good approach. Like I did that with solutions architect for AWS. Is like I took it after 1 year working in cloud, and I had to study really less because you already know most of the skills that are needed for the exam. But then I have this weird obsession now of getting certificates.
It is kind of
and Azure is giving out for free, so
I that's 4 vouchers last year.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Azure. Azure gives a lot of like vouchers. AWS only gives half softs, so it's still like that's why I maybe don't take as many certifications, is because you still have to pay most. But Azure actually has a lot of like these little programs that you attend something and you get a voucher.
Yeah.
If AWS were to do something like it, that would be wow, holy grail. I would be taking up them like one like I would take like a certification every other weekend.
Based on that comment, after 10 years in IT, I don't know anyone who had A+. On one of the interviews that I was giving 3 years ago, I was asked for an A+, and I told them I don't have one. And they said, okay, we give you like 15 days. If you can take it, you'll be hired. I'm like, no, I'm not spending $300.
I mean, like, I can show you how USB.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and this was on the interview, so
okay, this is more valuable than than an A+. If you ever seen like, okay, let's see if this, I don't know if this is gonna work, but like, have you ever seen a USB? Like, if you actually turn the USB, there is one side that has a little like slit.
Yeah.
And the other one that doesn't, that always know, then you always know that the side that has the slit goes on the bottom of the USB, and the one that does not goes on the top. You'll never miss a USB anymore in your entire life. Like, if you know that the part that has the little slit is the one that goes on the bottom.
I'm pretty sure that they don't teach that in A+.
Yeah, it's probably more useful now. Like, you are more than you have the Alf plus now. After knowing this.
Here's a good one.
Forgot to add, I'm 34 now, so I have a bit of computer technical know, but I've been working in.
I have the the right person that you should look up, and his like story is like super cool. Like there is this guy, so there is this thing of Forrest Brazil works at a cloud guru with Gwen Standard. It's called the Cloud Resume project. Basically, he gave you a prompt on building your own website using AWS technologies or really any cloud technologies, but following a certain set of steps. And one of the people that completed the challenge. Named Daniel Singletary. He was, I don't know if he's on the thing, I probably is, but Daniel is he completed the challenge not very like pretty like late, like 2 or 3 months after I completed it. He worked he worked as a plumber, like a commercial plumber in Atlanta, and he basically completed the challenge, got his AWS certifications, and literally in the 2 months within the thing, he started a position as a junior DevOps. He started a position as a junior DevOps.
That's
So
nice.
it literally all it takes is for you to actually create projects that people can see, put in the effort in networking and doing all these the what do you call like the grind and similar is actually just putting a smart decision in how to apply your time. So literally there are opportunities, there are good opportunities out there. Now it doesn't really matter where is your background, because as long as you know how to spend your time appropriately, I feel like you are plenty of chances.
Why should your resume load, Alf?
Oh, it's because now yeah, it probably will load because technically I put that to reload to cloud. It's cloud resume at antonilofigo.com. I moved it away, but technically it should send it to you maybe by cloud. Yeah, there you go.
What is this? What's the front end? This looks nice.
Front end is React. Front end is
Wow, you have
React.
1,000 visitors.
Yeah, no, honestly, those numbers mean not much because I technically could go in my DynamoDB table, change the number to like 65,000, and
Oh, Chris is cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
See, also started and helped us. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And now he works as a cloud consultant.
Yep.
I haven't heard of him. In like,
yeah, I was gonna say that. I haven't heard from him
what
for
happened
a while
to that?
now.
He used to be on Twitter often.
Yeah, actually, even his Twitter is like he basically purged his Twitter.
I wonder what happened. Did he get canceled?
No, I don't know. I feel like no, I don't think so. I think it's more like he just got like a lot of like other. I think yeah, he's working mostly on his work, his job, and senior.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have Rishab's resume. Let's look at that.
Yeah, this is the one that I presented as a project in my interview for the cloud position.
All right, hold on.
Is a career in cloud more likely to be remote versus, let's say, a help desk position? I'm gonna answer yes to that one.
Yeah, probably.
Because it depends if you're supporting, or I don't know. Like in my case, I was supporting a software and not like the IT help desk. Whereas most of the help desk positions you might get are hardware based, so you need to be in office at that particular location. Whereas in cloud, I think most of the roles are now remote.
This is Daniel.
Yeah, this is the whole objective of the cloud. Like the post, like one a part of the cloud resume part was to write a post on like how you built what you've done, and this is like Daniel's one, and it's really like super. Honestly, it's a very very inspiring to read about it, and I feel like there's been a lot of interest for like it's been super interesting reading about it. And I feel like especially if you work in like like construction or similar, that might be sounding pretty close to your experience.
We got Rishab's. Oh, I've seen this template like so many
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, even if you look at the cloud people, cloud resume people, everyone has like, cloud resume is this one.
Yeah, because I shared it in the Discord on 100 Days of Cloud. I think
Yeah.
when Forrest was like, hey, you could do this challenge, and people reached out to see what's this template. I think it's called HTML something, where you can get it.
Yeah, it's called like, I think, wasn't it like HTML
5 websites? I don't know.
I don't remember. But there's what is the aviatrix certification? Honestly, I don't understand that one.
They were doing something similar what Azure does. So
like
if
I
you,
don't even know what they are.
well, they're mostly, they provide networking solutions for cloud agnostic products. I know a few of the features that my company was interested in, but then we didn't go with them. Like their VPN tunnels, they provide more better connectivity between multi-clouds than the cloud providers themselves provide.
Someone connect to this, see if it works.
It works.
Where's the URL?
This is Signal R, right?
Yeah, Signal R and
is it hosted Signal R, like Azure?
Azure hosted Signal R. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I like this how you have it. Like, what's the front end?
I built it in React. Everything in
Everyone
React,
uses. Oh yeah, you're right.
That's because it's important to like React is good. Like oh my god, I've been literally. I recently have been like looking more into like React Native as well, and it's just like React is so quick to do everything. It's just so nice to work with.
This is Signal R2.
What is this?
It's basically a Zoom clone.
Oh, okay. That's
it uses WebRTC. Yeah.
Wait, and hosted on what?
This is AWS.
No, what like what is like EC2s or?
Yeah, basic EC2s running an Express server with like load balancing and all cool stuff.
Oh, interesting.
So people can go to this link and just
yeah, you get a GUID, so like you get a unique ID on the top that you can share to join your room. I have to make the UI a bit better, so that like you can create meetings and then join meetings just by entering ID and not like just going to my site and
I just realized it's Zoom backwards.
Yeah, that's why it's like saying it's like that's smooth. Interesting. So these are like, what is it, like T2 micros?
Yeah, the free ones. Oh yeah, I've been using that AWS credit that we got, so like this is a fun.
Yeah, honestly, I still have to use. I get a lot of credits from AWS, and I don't use as much. Like it's not like I don't use it, but it's like I could use more, and I'm plan on doing so.
What, from the community builder? So it's like everyone a community builder now. They just give them out.
Me and no, they don't give them out, but there is a new round now. There is a second round of community builders coming. So
I thought it's. Sorry, I could be wrong.
It's in a little bit. It opens in a little bit, but I think that some people got out of the program because either they got hired by AWS or they just decided to go out. So they still completed, like wanted to maintain like the number of community builders. So I think that James got into it.
Oh yeah,
I just saw that, James.
What does it take to be one? Like I remember Rishab shared.
There's an application. You choose your. You basically have to provide some like proof of like your content creation and similar. It's all about like helping out people that are creating content based on AWS on moving forward and having more opportunities to work with content in AWS. And so you have to. It's an application with a few. With a few questions
Prompts,
about what you do and similar, and then you have you choose your two main categories of interest, which could be among the various group families of services, which may be like mobile and web development, containers, data storage, machine learning, networking, and developer tools and things like that. And then at the end there is like this intake every so often. I think it's like on a 6 month basis or a 1 year basis, where a bunch of people get into the program and start working. You get a lot of access of a lot of like for example videos, like live streams with AWS people talking, making presentations either on like certain topics that are like topics about like new services coming up, or how to be better at certain tools in your category and similar.
Or like
But
private ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all private ones. You can
These are like how Azure does it with preview, so they're not general like they're not GA. And I think you just have to prove that you're AWS enthusiast in a way, and you get in. Like, I don't think it's that hard.
Yeah, I know. It's honestly, it's not like it's not like this, it's not like an AWS hero thing where you actually there is like a pretty complex vetting process, but it's definitely like you have to be interested in working like with AWS and experience in previous like with AWS.
Do you have to renew each year?
Yeah.
You can renew. You don't have to. Like if you don't,
They
if you feel
reevaluate, I
like
think.
you have, if you have, if you feel like you can get more benefits, like as in. I feel like I get a lot of like usefulness in being part of the community. Yes, or but if you feel like it is not enough, like you don't have to renew. So it's on a yearly basis. You should technically renew. So yeah. I'm not specifically in a cloud career. I'm a data analyst, which means like it's my company way of saying I'm in data science. And I work primarily in data science and data analytics topics, but a lot of what I do is like applied on cloud platforms. So like most of my like hardcore experience is on side data science, but it's mostly like in like I would like to say DevOps space, but mostly it's like front end. Like I am very proficient at front end, but I would like to be as proficient as I am in front end into DevOps as well, and that's basically where I'm trying to focus my next step. DevOps and specifically apply to my job ML ops, so all pipelines
ML
for
ops.
yeah.
What is that?
ML ops is like DevOps applied to machine learning pipelines. So all the data analytics that goes into getting data from the raw source to having a model that an API can interact on a website and work with.
Instead of
This is the first time I heard MLOps.
Oh no, it's actually it's pretty like it's not like it's a field that is recently new. It's like it's just literally just a DevOps, but applied specifically to machine learning models and similar and pipelines.
Okay.
So it's everything about like the continuous deployment and implementation of like model training, model retraining, model storage, feature engineering, and all this automation of the infrastructures that let you go from an idea conceptual machine learning model to an actual model that like a tool, like I don't know, like a Google application uses to answer to Siri. Like not Google wouldn't answer to Siri, but like on your iPhone, like Siri works on certain like API calls. Those API calls are based on some MLOps techniques that makes it so that like the model that trains Siri recognition works every time that Siri gets called.
Yeah, I think we're all sort of cloud adjacent.
Yeah, I would say cloud adjacent is the most comprehensive term.
I think
feel like
every cloud career is cloud adjacent. There's nothing that's like 100% because you're only using cloud to like apply or deploy your stuff.
yeah, unless you work at AWS or you work at like Azure or you work at GCP, like you are cloud adjacent because you're doing stuff on the cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mix of, I guess, when my company is primarily focused on like solutions consultant, like, working with client facing all the time. We don't have like anything internal, but I guess, we deal with sometimes only cloud, just building out the infrastructure. Sometimes it's like Intune, we start dealing with hardwares on-prem stuff as well. Just like kind of mix and match of whatever comes in.
What's your role exactly? Like, what does it say on your?
Power
What's it?
solutions consultant.
Power solutions
Cloud
consultant.
solutions.
Oh,
Cloud.
clouds. I was like, what the?
Power Ranger type of thing.
Power Ranger consultant. No, I thought like Power Platform because you know how Azure or Microsoft has Power
Yeah,
Platform.
they have Power Platform.
Cloud
And
solutions.
like what isn't Power Apps like a no code thing for doing
Yeah, no code, low
Yeah.
code. It's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, I try to use it like a little bit, but it just like I don't know. I can't really meld well with the Microsoft way of doing a lot of things. Like I just don't love the design of Microsoft products. The only two products of Microsoft that I would die for are Visual Studio and TypeScript.
I think
You
Logic
mean
App is kind of still better than Power Apps. I feel like Logic App has more control over everything 365 plus Azure.
it has so many integrations, even third party.
Yeah.
It's so good. I mean, I don't like low code and no code, like whatever that movement is. Someone asked me before. I think like, hey, if it works, like why not use it?
I
Yeah,
use like a
against
Logic
it.
app for my personal stuff. I had like my work email getting schedules all the time, like calendar invites.
Yeah.
I kind of hate Outlook view of the desktop application. I use like Google Calendar on my personal.
Mhm.
I have a Logic app that picks up all my entries from my work stuff calendar whenever there's like new meeting schedule or something. It goes to my Gmail, which I can just see on my phone if something comes up.
See, and power and like Logic Apps is great for that. I know an MVP who does something where, or you can schedule like a certain calendar, and then she'll deploy an ARM template. Like, hey, I need this infrastructure for, or this dev infrastructure for this date to this date, and the ARM template will deploy for that date, and then
And this is through the calendar?
disappear.
wait,
This is through a calendar event, like through Logic Apps, though. Like
ARM
you email
template?
this.
Yeah.
But
oh, go for it. Go for it.
yeah. So you send a calendar invite to some email or whatever, and then it'll parse the dates, tell the ARM template to deploy here, and then it, I guess, expires or whatever at the end date, and that's it. This is for only dev stuff though, not production stuff.
ARM templates are like CloudFormation for
Yes.
Azure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Terraform.
Yeah.
But Azure
Is it-
native. Yeah.
Isn't it more CloudFormation-y than Terraform? Because Terraform is more of like a declarative, like it's more like a
Yeah.
like
I
it's
see
more
what
a
you mean.
programming language. While Terraform, you little like in CloudFormation, you literally have to do one by one, like specify everything.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, I guess. You have just use JSON format.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to be very specific.
Yeah. So it's literally like
CloudFormation.
CloudFormation. Yeah.
Cool. Well,
If
I'm
feel
probably
like-
gonna drop off.
Yeah, it's almost been 2.5 hours for me.
Yeah. Sounds
Alrighty.
like that's a long one. Thanks for everyone for who hang out with us and chatted along.
There's a consistent amount of people throughout the entire time, so they stuck through it. I don't know. Maybe if y'all want to, we could do this like, I don't know, once a week or something, or every other week or something. Just chat about random stuff.
Yeah, I honestly would be all about this.
I'll be down for that.
I have to do something on my channel too. Eventually, I have to rehash my Twitch and like YouTube channels. Eventually, I
remember we
abandoned them
talked
for
about
too
this
long.
now that we were going to have some sort of stand-ups for 100 Days of Cloud.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Who is
No,
actually who owns this 100 Days of Cloud? Like, I don't know who started it. I just kind of joined in, I guess, in the middle.
It started I think spring 2020. It was
Mm-hmm.
Mohan, GPS, me, Andrew, and Christina. Did I miss anyone?
Josh.
Baker, yes.
And Baco joined
Bako
later though.
and yeah, he joined later,
Mm-hmm.
but then it just kind of took off. I know Antonio joined us in the core team.
Mm-hmm.
He was an active member, and then you, Parveen, Chris,
Yeah, I like
Jeremy was also active.
left towards the end of last year,
Hmm.
and then since then I haven't really been in the know of like what's going on.
Yeah,
I
we
think
have
it's been the same for like the last meeting we had was
That means
when you decided that.
yeah, I think because there has been a lot of like, especially like a lot of the times when we were like all active, it was every single one of us was either not in a job or at the same job for a long time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
everyone at a certain point, everyone got a new job. Like
Mhm.
Christina joined
Dev.
Dev.
yeah.
Then like Chris joined, like started working
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
And then you
NorCloud. I started working, and then
Gwen moved to ACG. Yeah.
yeah, when moved to SCG. So everyone literally
Man.
started at separate time, like all together, basically. So that was one of the reasons. But there are things that are in the works. Like right now, I've been like I've almost done with the Discord
Bot.
bot that we're gonna deploy soon. So if you're into the 100 Days of Cloud community, there's gonna be a new bot coming up where you can actually start logging your time, and we're gonna do some fun things with that because if you can log your own day, and it's actually saved on saved in the cloud, and we can actually start looking a little bit more about like statistics. On like how many people are actively participating in the 100 Days Cloud community, and then you can actually see your progress and showcase your progress to other people.
Yeah.
That's one of the projects, and probably honestly doing these things might be a very interesting thing because we can just have folks joining, like, and have like community chats.
And that is the kind, like that was the kind of goal. I know we started the 100 Days of Cloud as a challenge to like learn 100 like cloud in 100 days and get some certifications, but I know 8 or 9 folks who ended up getting new jobs or started in cloud. So it's pretty. It was a pretty great community.
Oh no, that like a lot of the people that are participating in the community ended up working for cloud stuff, like, and ended up in cloud stuff. So if anything, the fact that people like the community is less active at certain points is just a proof that like the community works, because eventually you drop off because hey, you start a job on something.
Yeah.
So if anything, it works.
All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe sometimes next week.
Yeah, I'll be down.
Yep. I'll be down too.
All right. All right. Cool.
Awesome.
Well, goodbye, everyone in the chat. Have a good night or good morning or whatever time it is.
And Factotum, the AWS is the main player, but there are definitely other players in
I feel
the
like
the
Azure's
team.
catching up pretty fast.
Yeah. Just looking at that article that Jeremy sent.
Mm-hmm. Give it like 5 years, I think it'll be like
They both have their own market, I guess. The dev market is still with AWS. A major heavy market of dev is still in AWS. Azure is still like more of enterprise, who's not more.
Yeah, I have that feeling.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If anything, is like AWS has a wider reach, and if anything, like most of the very very large companies are AWS. Like think about Netflix. 30% of internet usage in the world is all AWS. So it's if anything, it's true that it's more widespread, and also because I feel like it's there are more performance boosts on AWS compared to Azure for some things. Like for example, I think about Cloud Functions versus Lambda. Lambda is like reigning supreme over every other like serverless function offerings by anyone. and then that's hard to go because there is so much behind the work at AWS for making Lambda work the way Lambda works. That yeah.
And as I think as Parveen said, it's most of his like enterprise, because I know like Microsoft's licensing works a weird way. Especially like if you have thousands of Windows licensing, you get hefty discounts in Azure.
I mean, you already have AD, so like moving
Yeah.
into Azure is like
True, that is true. But then for bigger companies who have already been in AWS for like 10 years or
Yeah.
I don't know, 8 years, they can't even think of migration
no.
because now their whole teams, like they're skilled in AWS. And
Well, that's why I think multi-cloud is just not going to be a thing.
true.
Yeah, I don't think multi-cloud honestly is a very viable thing overall. It's
Yeah.
I think it's a nice opinion to have, but it's not something that like it operates at a scale enough, because it's already complex to operate at a large scale on one cloud. To think about operating on two clouds is like unbelievable.
I had a
Honestly, I have
totally
a big
different
team,
understanding a year ago about multi-cloud, is that it's SaaS-based solutions that could be put on multiple clouds. So like if the client needs it on AWS, it can be on AWS, or if they need it on Azure, it can be on Azure.
I feel like that's more cloud agnostic than
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what
multi-cloud.
my understanding was of multi-cloud, to be honest.
Yeah. All right. We've been saying bye for like 3 times now.
Yeah.
Let's do it for real this time.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Okay,
Bye.
see you guys.
Right. Bye bye.